I don't have a voice line for this one. Hi guys, my name is Milan and welcome to another Tokulook, where in this video we'll be looking at episodes 11 and 12 of Gavv. Now, this two-parter is a little bit different, and is mainly because of the fact that, well, first of all, Jeep and Sheeta are finally fired. Yes, I know this happens like later in the episode, but I just have to mention it now because they nearly got fired like what 3 times at this point, and like I don't know. I'm just tired of this, so it's good that they're gone. It's also funny because of the fact that Lango made them an arranged marriage for the both of them, and they're clearly not into it. And we see that they clearly have like this bond that none of the other siblings have. Maybe that's because there's twins. I don't know. I definitely didn't say that I haven't seen the other episodes, so I definitely don't know what's happening. But that's besides the point. What actually happens in the episode is that Shoma is yet again proving to us how much of a fat bastard he is. Now, why did I say this? It's because at the start of the episode, he eats sushi for the first time. And he's clearly enjoying himself by mimicking the person in front of him and the way she eats. I mean, Shoma, I respect the way that you want to be traditional about this. However, it's just a little bit suspicious to me. Just to me, it's just a little bit odd. Anyway, it also doesn't help the fact that he overhears the two sisters talk about something, and he goes up to them and says, "Oh, hi guys, come to my place. Very good place, very good place." The marketing is insane, Shoma. So I respect it, and this is where we then go to Happy Palette. So what happened is this girl who. Honestly, I forgot the name of her, so editor, please help me. So she is obsessed with this guy that has been messaging her online, and her sister believes that they're a catfish. Now, we have dealt with these people before, all right? With some, they're called the granules. So I found this quite funny, mainly because of the fact that the catfish say some very interesting lines to say. I actually decided to make a skit for this video, so let's just read out those lines now. Good evening, my dearest. I'm so sorry, cutie pie. I'll make it up to you. Until you fall asleep tonight, let me whisper sweet nothings to you. Emmy, I'm just dying to see you, my love. My whole life, I felt like I was trudging through the desert. But then, I saw you, Emmy. It was like seeing an oasis. When I finally reach it, flowers will bloom, and the forest will become an ocean. I want to go home. When I finally reach it, the forest will become an ocean. When I finally reach it, flowers will bloom and the forest will become an ocean. What am I doing? Why did I make a stupid... Why did I think that I was gonna do an edit like that? Anyway, what happened is we see that the catfish is pretending to be Hanto. And there's this quite hilarious scene where Hanto comes in because he doesn't know what's going on. And the girl is really excited to see Hanto. And she's like, "Oh my god, I know we were supposed to meet tomorrow, but I just need to say this now. I love you so much." And Hanto's like, "Who the fuck is this?" I just find it quite funny. But Sachika is the true goat of this episode. I'm not gonna lie. So basically, what happens is this girl, she keeps reading the lines that the catfish is saying, and she does a fourth wall break. She just moves the whole panel and says, "I'm not gonna lie, this is some cringe ass shit. There's no way that Hanto is saying this." So Sachika is the true goat. Speaking of Sachika, there's something that happens later in the episode, but I'm just gonna say it now. She's wearing some fire outfits. I'm not gonna lie. That you know, like she has like some trousers and they're like split in half. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm just saying it's fire. I think Sachika's got some fire outfits. For the first, yeah. Just wanted to say that Sachika's got some fire outfits. Anyway, now, obviously, since it's not Hanto that's the catfish, what do we do in the situation? Well, the sister decides to break it off with the catfish. Now, I did put this on the con, and it's just like a personal thing. We can argue this about this another time, but I personally believe that the sister, the one that feels responsible for her other sister's actions of believing the catfish, I think she's a bit too like. She's invading her sister's privacy a bit too much. I know that she's caring and that she worries about the fact that her sister is essentially, you know, being catfished and she could potentially get into trouble. However, the way she's kind of treating her is just kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie. So that's just something from me. Other than that, the sister, the other sister that's obsessed with the catfish, she's the odd one out, alright? She somehow decides to go visit the catfish regardless of the fact that it's not Hanto. She says something along the line of, you know, I fell for his words, not for his face. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people on Discord would relate to that as well. But you know, it is what it is. So the rest of this episode spans out as such. So Hanto decides that he wants to actually meet the scammer, and because he wants to make an article about it, which is quite convenient because the show remembers that Hanto has a job. I know, right? Anyway, so they decide to, well, Hanto decides to wait at this cafe, and you know, Shoma has this moment because throughout the episode he feels like things are not as nice as he thought they'd be. He feels like, again, like I said before, I think they were treating this girl a bit the way they treated her was a bit rude, personally. I still agree at the end of the day that the way she behaved was not right. She went out of her way to meet this catfish and getting herself into trouble or possible danger, which, spoiler alert, she did. I don't know, just Shoma, I like how much of a caring person he is, and he tells Sachika that maybe the girl went to see the catfish. And she did, because she calls the sister, she thanks for their service, and she basically says that, oh, she went to the cafe. So they go to the cafe and they find out that she's not there, even though Hanto has been there for over an hour. Now it is a little bit suspicious, and so Shoma realizes that the kid has disappeared. And yet again, guys, we are chasing a child. Why, guys? Why do we keep doing this? Like, the show, for some reason, is obsessed with chasing after kids. I said what I said, but this time it's not a child. It is not a child, because we find out that the child is actually Granyu, and as far as I'm aware, I didn't know kids had a deep voice. You know, the Granyu turns into the monster of the week, but before that happens, Lango decides to do a little bit of a stroll around the human world, and this in turn results in one of my favorite scenes actually in the show. It's when Lango walks around the public. And why do I like this scene? Well, it's because he walks so casually, and yet his menacing aura just makes everyone look around and wonder, who is this guy? You know, Lango technically appears as just another guy on the street, but it definitely makes him stand out, and we don't know why. And Sachika is actually there when Lango walks around, and she says something along the line of, oh, I feel a bit weird. She literally says that she has goosebumps. And it goes to show how much of a threat Lango is, and it'll be interesting to see how much of a threat he'll be in the future. You know, he speaks to Shoma later, and he says that everything is Shoma's fault. Yet again, I don't know why the Stomach family is just haters for Shoma. I don't know what Shoma did, man. As far as I'm aware, the guy was just trying to be nice to his family, but they just hating on him for no reason. No, you know, that, he do be a fat bastard. That is true. Thank you, editor. So, Shoma is having a hard time fighting Lango's familiars, which again goes to show how much of a threat Lango is. However, the monster of the week runs away with the girl, you know, and Hanto manages to catch on to him. He transforms, he fights him, and Hanto tells Shoma to rescue the girl. So he goes away for a second. However, this was one of the worst decisions that Hanto could have done at this time, mainly because of the fact that he got his arse beaten, quite literally. All right, he didn't survive by the end of the episode. He got quite unlucky because of the fact that Shoma tried to do a quick slash attack. However, the monster of the week shot his last attack on Hanto before Shoma got to him. So, and that's the way the episode ends. Well, it actually ends with the fact that Shoma finally realizes who Valen is. It's Hanto. And this is where we continue into the next episode. See, again, like this is a two-parter, so I'm, you know, talking about these two episodes, and I will say this episode is really good in terms of the character development that we get between Shoma and Hanto, and I'll get to that in a second. But before we get to that, let's talk about some minor things that happen in the episode. So I know this happens later in the episode, but I just have to reiterate, alright? Sachika is the GOAT. So, what has happened? After the girl gets rescued, they go to her, Sachika goes to her place, and, you know, she comforts him, because what happens, right, is the girl thinks that Shoma is a monster. And I put this in the cons. Why does everyone think that Shoma is a monster? Well, like, the guy rescued you. He literally told you to escape. I don't get this. Like, why does he keep on getting this treatment? It's just not nice. Like, haven't these, like, she's been online talking to this guy, and you're telling me that you have not seen a single post of Shoma, this Gavv guy, rescuing these people on the street? I don't know. That's just me. I'm just a little bit upset because I just really don't like the fact that he's being called a monster by episode 12. Like, these people clearly use the internet and they've seen the fact that he's been rescuing other people. But you know what? It is what it is. Anyway, why did I talk about Sachika? So, she decided to set revenge for the girl, so she catfished herself. Well, technically, she took some pictures and then she modified her hair so that she doesn't, you know, stand out. And she basically said that she's gonna meet another catfish, basically thinking that it's the same person. And she believes this because they basically yapped the same stuff. I hope you like the skit. Anyway, so Sachika goes out to find out who the catfish truly is. Or will she? Oh, we'll get to that in a second. So let's talk about the argument between Shoma and Hanto. So, what happened? Shoma rescues Hanto, and this is the point when they reveal each other's identity. And Shoma could have kept himself hidden. However, what happens is Hanto is out there essentially passing out, and he says, I don't know why you're talking to me so casually. I feel like you know me. And Shoma basically realizes that he has no way of getting out of the situation. So he de-transforms and he reveals who he is. Shoma then takes Hanto back to Happy Pare, and this is when one of my favorite kind of conversations in this episode happens. So Hanto is resting on this couch, and Shoma basically realizes the nipple. Sorry, I mean the fact that he is not a granu. I just had to say this. He sees that he got an operation done on him, which means that he was a human before. And it is a powerful scene. I know it's like a brief scene, but to me it's quite a powerful scene because it goes to show yet again that Shoma feels lonely. He doesn't feel like he can relate to anyone. He clearly is the odd one out. He is half granu, half human. Hanto transformed into Valen through his operation, and he doesn't feel like he can relate to him at all. I know, again, it's knowing where I am now in the show, it will definitely affect Shoma's character later down the line, and I like the way that it has started here. The small little notes that we are being given to truly show how lonely Shoma has become so far. Hanto then has an argument with Shoma over the fact that he didn't beat the monster, he just escaped with Hanto. And he goes about the fact that, you know, the monster of the week could have now attacked more humans and they could have been compressed and eaten and stuff. And it gets very heated, but Shoma stops him during sex. The scene was, it was a bit insane. But no, so okay. On a serious note, Shoma stops him in the middle of the argument, and he says that the reason why he didn't go after the monster is because he didn't want Hanto to die, and he didn't want him to die because if Hanto died, then he would have lost another person who could have saved more people. And he also just doesn't want to lose any more people in the process. Why would he fight this monster when there's someone in trouble? And I like this conversation because Hanto is clearly not in the right set of mind, and he wakes up a little bit and realizes that, yeah, I sort of matter as well. I'm helping out. And he gained some respect for Shoma as a result. So I like this scene. It was really powerful, and it goes to show how strong their bond will become in the future. So remember when I talked about Sachika and the fact that she went to catfish the catfish? So I need to reiterate again that someone needs to marry Shoma, and I'll tell you why. So Shoma is actually the one that did the catfishing. He dresses up as Sachika, and the monster of the week tries to encapsulate Shoma, but he dodges the attack, and he's like, got you there, bitch. And it's quite funny because I just need to tell you guys about the fact that Shoma looks great in that outfit, so I'll leave it there. But this the rest of the episode is basically the fight scene between the monster of the week and the two Kamen Riders, and I love this fight scene. Whew, let's start talking about this fight scene. First of all, we get a dual transformation. It was really cool because of the fact that Valen's wrapping off actually kind of just burns away. It kind of just fades out. I just thought that was really neat. I thought it was really cool. The next thing that happens is we see, again, the creative use of food. So, first of all, Hanto shoots out chocolate onto this pool, and he tells Shoma to dip his swords into them to make chocolate crisps, which is pretty cool. It's quite thoughtful. If any of you have never tried chocolate crisp, then it's alright. Anyway, the monster of the week is getting his ass beaten, alright, and Shoma gives him a choice between, ramune, donuts, and fuamalo, and he chooses donuts. I mean, it would be interesting to see how he would incorporate ramune, but I don't think there's ever been a chocolate ramune. I mean, Japan does weird flavors, to be honest, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a chocolate ramune flavor. Anyway, that's besides the point. Hanto acquires the donut form. It has a cool finisher in the sense that he summons these donuts that just trap the monster of the week. He gets stacked by these donuts, and then Shoma finishes him off with Gurukan and just fires off all the Gatling shots onto the monster of the week, and that's how they finish him off, which was pretty cool. Just a quick fun fact: so in the last episode, when Shoma was fighting the monsters of the week, he shoots out Chokodon in the boogie of his sword. And I found that scene funny because of the fact that, Chokodon just basically shot all over the floor and just dirtied the familiars, which, again, it's not nice, Shoma. I don't know why you need to shit on other people, but, it is what it is. We end the episode 12, with Hanto and Shoma clearly getting along. They now go by first name basis. And Sachika also wonders why Hanto got such a clean shot of Gabu beating the monster of the week, and we get like a behind the scenes footage of basically Hanto just shooting like a video of Shoma defeating the monster of the week, which is kind of funny. Kind of like me recording this video now. I'm not cool. Anyway, so that was the episode. Now I usually talk about some like morals of like these victims of the week, and again, I just don't get catfished. I mean, why would you meet someone that you clearly know it's not the real person? There's not much to say. I can kind of understand where the girl was coming from in the sense that she was more attached to his words, but this is when I get this moves on to like a different conversation of people using their words carefully and manipulating other people to do things that they wouldn't usually do. I think that's a bit of a stretch though for this situation. Again, she was just smitten and she felt lonely, at least in my perspective. Again, look at it. Like, you have to think about it. She has another sister, and she keeps nudging her about the fact that she needs to wake up a little bit. So the fact that someone else treated her really nicely, it's she felt differently about this person, even if they didn't look the way they did. I have no problems with that, except for the fact that she still went to see him, even though she could have gotten herself into danger. So I guess the moral of the story is just if you know that the person is not real, just don't meet them. Don't be silly about this. Think about what you're doing, because the person that you're meeting may not be the true person that you're actually seeing on this screen of yours. So that's all from me. But guys, at the end of the day, what I say doesn't matter, because you should watch the episode yourself. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.